to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo! You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun. And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo! Styling and profiling. Woo! Showtime.
Welcome to Defend the Hustle. Buffalo always keeps it a buck.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Lock in, because Buffalo is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Go ahead and
right here, right now.
You go ahead.
subscribe and share now.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode 20. Sorry about running a little late. Today was a busy day for me. First off, let me go ahead and say that our special guest, Ashley Wheeler, will not be here tonight. We was bringing her in to talk about Poshmark due to her expertise with that particular platform, but due to some personal issues, she wasn't able to make it tonight. So hopefully, once you get everything in order, we can reschedule and bring her back. But she has a wealth of information about Posh and how that platform worked and everything. Was just a little disappointed about the fact that she couldn't be here, but I know life happens and some things are out of our control. So yeah, I wish that she get everything back in order and that everything will work out for her and that she's able to eventually get back on the show and kind of educate us, the people that want to know about Posh. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and move on with the show. Chris, Glass City Picker, should be here shortly. And Middleman, you can go ahead and introduce yourself, and then I'll give a shout out to the chat, and we'll go ahead and kick it off.
All right. How everybody doing tonight? I am the D Middleman Picker, part-time reseller, full-time truck driver. I sell on Amazon, Walmart, and eBay and whatnot. Welcome out, everybody. Thank y'all for coming out. Let's kick it off.
All right. Glass City, just in time. Turn your mic on, brother. Go ahead.
What's going on, y'all? Glass City Pickers, man. Sorry I'm late, man. Just, everything, man. Part-time reseller, full-time everything, man. One half of the Glass City Pickers. How y'all doing on this great Sunday, y'all? What's up, D?
What's up, bro?
All right, and for anyone new in the chat, I am Buffalo Picker, part-time reseller, full-time federal employee, retired military. So tonight we're going to pretty much kick our talking point off tonight. We had to switch gears. So we're going to start off talking about Q4. Q4 is almost here. We're about 7 weeks out from Q4. And we're just going to talk about, how you get geared up for Q4. Are you excited, depressed, uncertain? Or are you just, just going to be business as usual for you? So if you got any questions about, how to prep and get ready for Q4, or, anything that you may be uncertain about, I think this will be my fifth or sixth Q4. So I think I got a pretty good solid plan on how to attack Q4. It worked for me, for the last few years. So we're going to kind of get into that as well. So before we get into the talking point, let's go ahead and talk about what we accomplished this week. And then we're going to do our first giveaway tonight. We're going to do, I got some lunch bags, some kitty lunch bags that we're going to give away, new with tags. A lot of people are out. Even when I went and picked up these bags a while back, people was out looking with their kids for book bags and stuff like that for back to school. So I just thought that, you know, maybe I could just do 2 of these tonight, and maybe you could give it to your child, your grandchild, or your niece, or whatever, or you could sell it. So let's go ahead, middleman. You can kick it off of what you accomplished, and then we'll just work our way around the room.
All right. Like last week, I was saying I'm going to bite the bullet and go ahead and get back on that inventory lab, and that's exactly what I did. Man, I've been trying to get these orders out for Amazon. My Q4 this year going to be shipping much stuff in Amazon like I did my first few years, as much as I can. Just everything's going to Amazon, but I'm trying to get everything that's multiple packs, like 4 or 5 items here that build up that shipment. Other than that, I've been trying to list on Walmart and eBay and get everything ready for Q4. Also buying, like I said last week, I'm purchasing all my packing supplies right now. I'm trying to have everything ready. Hopefully everybody's out there doing the same thing. Also, if you get in the stores right now, I don't know how your state is. Right now it's tax free on school supplies, which means like Buff is giving tonight backpacks. You can get some if you're gonna resell that type of stuff. It's a good time to go get it. You won't have to pay any taxes on it, and stuff like that. Or you can wait till after the rush is over with and they start marking these things down on clearance, backpacks, pencils, and all sorts of things. Yeah, but for me, that's what I've been doing this week was trying to prepare for my Amazon shipments. That's basically it.
All right. Glass City.
Been doing a lot of listing, T and D. That's it, man. I've been going back into the Amazon and seeing what I'm still ungated in and different stuff like that. So a lot of my stuff is still open. So I just been listing, man. Merchant fulfilled on Amazon and eBay. So nothing spectacular, man. I got inventory for days. So everything I'm trying to do is trying to reboot and run it up they leg one more time, man. And that's about it.
All right. Let me give a shout out to the chat, and then I'll jump in. So I want to give a shout out to AOKL Keith being first in the chat. Shout out to Miss Buffalo. Everybody know that's the wife. Shout out to Glamorous. Thank you for coming out, Glam. Say here first, what's going on, Ella? I seen your little clip. That thing was funny. Cheryl, thank you for coming out. I talked to Cheryl earlier this week as well. She hit me up about some Barbies. Resale Daddy, what's going on, brother? Appreciate you coming out. See, Florida Girl Picker, everybody know that's the middleman first lady. Char F, thank you for coming out. Thank you for your support. I think I got everybody. Everybody in here just saying hello and stuff. Let me see. Resale Daddy. Pay the $60. How do you build a shipment? Yeah. Have you built the shipment? You just spoke on that, right?
Yeah, Greg. Yeah, I built the shipment. Building it now. I'm trying to get at least. I got I want at least send at least $2 or $3 grand into Amazon. You know what I mean? So each shipment, if that's possible. Okay. So yeah, I'm building my shipment. I want to have enough because the more you put in there, the cheaper the shipping. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing. I'm noticing that Home Depot don't change their box sizes and stuff.
Is it over 25?
So I got one in there say 27 by 12.
Well, you can't ship over 25 unless you're gonna build a pallet.
Yeah.
So
man, they changed their large. I wonder why they did that.
I don't know. I mean, they changed it one time before too.
Yeah.
One of the dimensions had changed on it because it was 24, then they went to 22 something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it probably was something had to do with the contract with the people who make the boxes. Normally how it's worked. But
do you use Lowe's boxes or you still
I use both. I use Lowe's and but my best bang for the buck is from my box place. They have the uncut used boxes, which I mean they don't have any damage on the box. It just shows like where the paper tape used to be on the box. And I pay like $125 for their large box. So that's where I get the best bang when I buy those boxes to ship out. And right now, I think I have about 10 left, and the rest is Home Depot. I haven't bought Home Depot or Lowe's boxes probably in about 6 months. The ones I have in the warehouse are just leftovers.
Yeah, I went there looking for those 22s and 24s, and I ran across
Yeah,
those. And I was like, man, this crazy, man. I knew I couldn't sip it sitting in there, but I
yeah.
bought some just in case for other shipments. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Come to Georgia, man, you need to leave a space for some shipping supplies because the place where I buy my stuff, it ain't nobody local can beat them.
yeah,
That's why a lot of people go and buy boxes from their location. So if you got like something that you ship out a lot, like action figures and stuff like that, and you need the cheap bubble wrap, I got the spot. And I
yeah,
don't know if they ship. Now, if you may can call and see if they ship. That could help out too. Maybe
yeah.
a few dollars more, but still it still probably beat Home Depot and Lowe's and Walmart. Um,
Okay.
so for me, my week, I'm gonna be on official business next week. So this week I have to make a strong push to get out of Amazon shipment. Well, I will get the Amazon shipment out this week because next week I'm going to be out of the loop. It's a strong possibility that we'll be doing the Sunday show. And I haven't decided yet, but if we decide to do a Sunday show this coming Sunday, I'll be doing it from the hotel because I'll be on official travel with the federal government next week. So, and I have to be in location by Sunday, this coming Sunday. So it's a possibility if the guys want to do the show, we'll rent it from my hotel location. More to follow on that. Yeah, so basically, I've been doing inventory and prepping for a FBA shipment. And it seems like my Walmart FBM has picked up. I'm starting to get a lot of numbers, and that's a good thing because the more packages I can push out, that means more money I'm going to be making from them. So I'm doing definitely, getting that done. I packed up all my boxes today, taking them to the post office tomorrow, and then I'm going to pick up where I left off for my FBA shipment. I'm trying to do a video. Hopefully, I'll be able to get that done as well tomorrow. Because my video editor is pressing me. If you never had a what you call it, a virtual assistant or anybody from the Philippines working for you, man, they they like little soldiers. You know, she be on me for work, and she if I don't get her their assignment on time, she gonna send me 3 Instagram messages, 2 emails to remind me to get her to work so she can get paid at the end of the week. So that's a good thing because you got somebody that pressing you to keep you accountable. I haven't put out any videos here lately, but I have a lot. I have probably about 30 something shorts that I need to put out. And I have one long video, and then tomorrow hopefully I'll be making another long video. So I'm gonna try to get all that stuff out as well. And as Chris mentioned last week, we are both trying to start a gaming channel. We have a love for the EA Sports football games. The new one that's out, the NCAA 25, hasn't been out since 2014. So that's, they just released that one. And I'm making content for that. So once I get that channel up and running, I have my logo. I have somebody right now working on getting that channel fixed up the way I want to get it fixed. And then from there, I'm going to start pushing out content. And I'm thinking about 2 weeks out from that. So I'll definitely be revealing that on this show. I don't know if I'm going to do a little short video or I'm going to do just a couple photos so you all can see what I got going on with that channel. But if you're into video games, definitely going to be looking for your support. Come out, check me out, check out the game. If you got a love for football, that's where it at. And while I'm on that, I'm just go into segue into the giveaway. So I think we got some preseason games this week. And before the show is over, I'm going to give you 2 games. And those 2 games, in order to win the giveaway next Sunday, you're going to have to put your overall score for those games. So hypothetically, if the Atlanta Falcons playing the Steelers and the overall score is the score is 17-14. So the overall score would be 31. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'll be looking for. So if I tell you these are the 2 teams and, you put your overall score in, that score has to be in by Wednesday night. If it come in on Thursday, we're not going to validate that. They have to be in on Wednesday night, right? So if I give you a game let's do it like this. If I give you a game and the game is on Thursday night, your scores have to be in by Wednesday, right? That if you want to win that item. So keep that in mind for the rules. The rules are very simple. Just put the scores in the night before the game. If you put the scores in the day of or the whatever, I'm not going to be able to tell the difference on YouTube. So your scores are not going to be valid. So put it in the day before. So we do a Thursday night game. Your scores need to be in on Wednesday, and putting it in the comment section of this video. So you go find this video, put in there. Just say hypothetically, I got Char up here on the on the screen. Just say hypothetically, Char F overall score 42. Right, so that's your entry, and then if we got a second game, Troy F, Chief versus the Titans, 32. Right, so put in, the team and the overall score. That's all I need to see because your name gonna register anyway once you start typing. All right, and we'll go over that one more time at the end of the show. So let's get into. I'm going to do this giveaway right quick, and then we're gonna get into it. So I have 2 lunch boxes here for kids. Let me do this right quick. All right. So this is the Little Mermaid. This is a lunch box with tags. See the barcode right there. Y'all can see that. All right. So this is one with tags, and this is the Mermaid as well, lunchbox with tags. It's tags right there. All right, so you got a choice, right? So the first giveaway, you just tell me which one you want. You can say the pink one or the turquoise one. This turquoise pink. All right. Well, I guess you can say fuchsia and pink. I don't know. Turquoise, pink. All right. So if you're interested in one of those lunch boxes, this the giveaway for the early bird. So go ahead and put a number in the chat from 1 to 20. 1 to 20. If you're interested in one of those lunch boxes. 1 to 20. All right, 1 to 20. All right. So, all right, let's go ahead and while they drop those numbers, let's get into the talking point. The talking point tonight, basically, Q4 is almost here, 7 weeks out. You know, are you excited, depressed, or uncertain about this, what we call the Super Bowl of reselling? You know, are you prepared? You know, the excitement is because you prepared? Are you depressed because you're not prepared? Or are you uncertain because you just don't know how well you're going to make sales this year? So that's what we want to kind of discuss. If you got any questions in the chat about Q4, whether it's Amazon, eBay, Walmart, you know, drop your question in the chat. Or if you got some value to add, drop it in the chat and we can talk about it. So if you're interested in the lunch boxes for kids, drop your number in the chat from 1 to 20. We're going to close this out in the next minute.
I got a question for the chat. What are your expectations this year for Q4? What are your goals basically? What do you plan on doing different that you haven't been doing the last few years? Well, if you're new to reselling, what is your goals for this year for the Q4 that's coming up?
Shout out to Regina Michelle. Thank you for coming out. All right, we're gonna close this one out.
How you doing, Regina? Where's Derek? I ain't see Derek. He probably getting ready for his show.
All right, this is the number 14. Who got 14? Who close to 14?
Florida Girl Picker got 13.
Florida Girl Picker.
Yeah.
Okay, you got Glamorous with 13 as well.
She took it off.
Did she take it off?
Yeah.
Oh, she changed it to 3. All right. Okay. So Florida Girl Picker, I get this out to you. Which one you want? Put it in the chat. You want the turquoise, which is vertical shape, and then you got the horizontal, which is pink. Which one you want? Just put it in the chat.
Pink.
Get it out to you. What's going on, Bill Bixby? Appreciate you coming out, brother. So what we got?
Yeah, pink.
Pink. Okay. All right. All right. Here you go. I get this out to you. It ain't no limit on how many times you can win either. If you win, keep winning. That's on you. This is the last one I'm going to give away tonight. I might throw in a toy. I think I got an action figure I may throw in with this one at the end. So, so let's get into it, man. What's y'all thoughts? Little man, you got the floor.
I'm gonna start out, T. I'm gonna start out, man.
Go ahead.
By me juggling two different sites right now, back with messing with Amazon again. So it's kind of up in the air on how I want to attack it, but I know I'm only going to attack it merchant fulfilled. So with that being said, things that I know, because I got a lot of new stuff, and people seem to don't like to buy a lot of new stuff on eBay. It's just that simple. Or if they do want to buy it, they want it for a little bit on the dollar. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, here or there. So I've been instead of cross listing, I've been making sure I take some of the stuff that I did put up on eBay. I didn't took it down because I'm putting it on Amazon. So I've been transitioning that right now. But I'm just a little bit excited, worried, and want to make sure that I don't have too many hiccups because Amazon then changed a little bit. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure I don't have no hiccups. But I'm very excited about Q4, you know what I mean? And to get some of this, seem like it's vintage stuff I have out here because I have to go look for the SKUs now because a lot of the stuff, you know, people can't find the stuff I have, you know? So, yeah, I'm excited, man. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm excited. So I'm not scared or worried for real, but I'm excited and worried. Put it like that.
Okay. What y'all gonna do about? I know you got inventory, but what y'all gonna do about new inventory? Y'all trying to invest in new inventory, or y'all just gonna move with what you got?
We moving how we moving right now.
Right.
We moving how we moving right now. Because I just bought some a few new action figures I caught. You dig? So, but we just moving how we moving. I got stuff, man. You know what I mean? I really
Right.
do. So I really want to see some of this stuff get ghost. You know, I really do. So I'm tired of looking at it. So that's my plan. We want to see some of this stuff get ghost, man.
All right. Glam said she's gonna be out on vacation out of town for 2 weeks in November. I'm going to do a big sale push, discounting at the end of October to try to make up. That's good. That's good. At least you got a plan. Yeah, middleman.
That's a good plan there. Right now, I want to. I have been running sales on eBay. I'm going to start back running sales on eBay because I want all that stuff gone, or I want some of my money back so I can prepare for Q4 even better. You know what I mean? That's a goal that that you should want to get that old inventory gone.
Right.
You know, my plans this year, I'm going to push as much as I can in Amazon, take some of this burden off of me because there's a lot of things going on in my life. You know, like paying for inventory labs. I said, man, I'm just gonna do it because it saves a whole lot of time, and time right now is so important right now. So my goal is by September, I should be running a bunch of sales starting from 1 to September. Then at the end of September, I'm going to do yard sales. I'm going to start doing yard sales again to push even more of the stuff that that been sitting for a while that I really don't care about. I do it every year, but this year I probably have it a little bigger. After that, I just want to build my money up so I know a lot of sales are going to be coming during the fourth quarter. Because if y'all been around for a while, me, Buff, and Chris and them, we get out during that time, and because there's a lot going on. Ross, Walmart, sales is everywhere. You know what I mean? It just you want to build your money up, your funds up to be able to catch some of these sales, so you can prepare even more. For Q4. Because the more inventory you got, the more chances of of making that goal that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year.
Right.
But yeah, basically that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be pushing a lot of stuff in Amazon. I know I'm going to have to keep some of my FBM stuff because as y'all know, Amazon at a certain price point, they don't care about your stuff. So I won't take that chance during Q4. People stealing my higher dollar items. I'd rather ship them myself. And that's what I've been doing for the last few years. And I'm continuing to do that. But all the other items that's like $40 and below, I'm shipping in. The ones that's too big, I'm gonna keep in house because Amazon charge you for oversized items. So other than that, It's gonna be all FBM for Walmart. Everybody know that until I figure out how to ship stuff in the Walmart and how they warehouse work.
Right.
Because I don't know how they completely work yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yard sale. Speaking of that, anybody went to or to the 127 yard sale yet? It's going on right now.
When is it?
It's going on right now. This should be one of the last days.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was waiting on y'all to see what y'all was gonna do.
No,
So
I want
maybe y'all go next year. I tag along because I don't. I mean, I want to go because my thing was initially I guess I had the stigma about, you go to these sales and they just selling, antique and vintage stuff. But then when, you told me about your experience and that, there are some vendors there selling new stuff, that kind of changed my outlook of, maybe I need to go and check it out. Even if it's just going to see if anybody got Barbies, definitely would like to go. So, God's will round, next year. Definitely would like to go and check it out. I want to give a shout out to Veronica and Clay. Thank you all for coming out, supporting the channel. And Glamour said that this is her first cruise. So congratulations on that, Glamour. Hope you have a great time. Be safe.
Yeah, they have a lot of new stuff out there, bro. It have some of everybody.
Okay. Go ahead.
They have some of everybody selling stuff out there in the 127 yard sale. It's a lot of new stuff. You see all the Barbies I kept running into.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I didn't know because I didn't know you all was going to. Well, let me take that back. I knew you all was going to the place, but I didn't know that you all was finding like new stuff there until we kind of had a extensive conversation about it, and that's where I understood that it ain't just typical people just selling stuff out of their house that is used goods. It's actually some new stuff there.
Yeah. It's just like the flea markets. Like there's vendors at the flea markets got brand new items. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, basically, what it is a big, long flea market. You know what I mean?
Right.
But some of them at people's homes. So
yeah, Clay mentioned in here that Flipping Goodies he shipped to Walmart. So maybe you can send him a Instagram message. He'll respond back, see if he could tell you how he do it. It may be as simple as the same as Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's no matrix you got to meet. I think it's a certain amount of goods that you have to ship. And then also too, the need to know or good to know information that they have on the dashboard. Also, is a video in there that break down how it works. So I don't know if that came across your feed.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I'll look at it.
Yeah. What's going on, Jeff? Thank you for coming out, brother. So like I said, for me, this will be my sixth Q4. And I look forward to Q4. That's where I make money, throughout the year, selling on Amazon, Walmart, and now I'm back on eBay. But I look forward to Q4 more so than I do any quarter in the year. Well, I take that back. Q1 is great. Q1, I'm almost like I got the habits of a squirrel in Q1. Q1, I go out and I find all the deals and the markdowns, and I just clean up and I just stockpile it. If I can sell a bit here and there throughout the other quarters, I will. I mean, because I'm not trying to stockpile stuff just to say I got it. Definitely not trying to do that. But I am looking at the market. I'm trying to see what the market is doing. If you got a lot of low ballers out there, and every platform has them. I mean, if they out there on the listings, I'm just gonna hold it. I'm not saying, use my method, because everybody can't do that. Everybody, got different means. So, but for me, what I do is I go out and I can just break it down for you. Like, I started my FBA shipment in June, and that's what I try to do. At least by the end of June, get a shipment going to Amazon, and then every month I try to ship 1 or 2 shipments. And as I get closer to Q4, I try to ship like every week, up until probably the second week in December. And that's pretty much the method to my madness. So if I go out and I find some deals on stuff, especially like Black Friday, I go out and find deals at Black Friday. That stuff may be in my warehouse for 3 days. After 3 days, it's out, it's gone. Because I want to get it into the Amazon rotation. And if you are a Amazon seller out here and you're new to the Amazon platform, don't let those notices freak you out about you got to have it in by October this, or you got to have it in by early November that. Don't worry about those dates. If you can get it to UPS going to have it to the fulfillment center within 2 days, unless you got to ship across the country. But most of the time, you got your home fulfillment center during Q4. Like for me, my home fulfillment center is in North Carolina. So most of the time, they will have my stuff at the fulfillment center within 2 days. Now, the fulfillment center, based off of, the time of the year, it may take them 5 days to get it up and listed. But the good thing I like about Amazon is once your item is shipped, actually, once your item is listed and working, Amazon will open up that listing to the customers, and the customers can already pre-order your item based on the date that it's going to get to the fulfillment center, and then they ship it to the customer. So I like that because just my shipment in June, I had 40 something items out of the 352 items that I shipped. 40 something items was already pending with people that have pre-ordered the item. So I love that about Amazon. So that's one method, is to get my shipments going early as possible. And like I said, my target date is the end of June, and I just push it all the way up until the second week in December, because anytime after that, you kind of pushing it to get it there for Christmas. The next thing I do is I start looking for the sales that they're having on online arbitrage. And I don't care what platform you sell on, eBay, Mercari, all those platforms. When you go out and look at these online arbitrage, the margins are so great, you can make money on all these platforms. So that's another method that I use. And I normally, if you're in my circle, I normally send out, even if you ain't in my circle and you support the show, I send out a little blast saying, hey, you may want to go get you a couple of these, or you may want to get 5 of these, or whatever. And I have done that probably the last 3 Q4s, and some people said they made good money off of it. So I'm going to continue to do that as well. And like Middleman said, we are definitely retail arbitrage at heart. Glad City, myself, D Middleman, Johnny, New England Cajun Roots. I mean, we all are like retail arbitrage at heart. So, I know Johnny kind of, do more thrifting, but when I hit him up and tell him about a deal, he will take the time out to go look for the items and let me know what he was able to find. So, retail arbitrage is definitely a big move for Q4 for me. I started trying to plan That's why I try to get my stuff in early so I can get the money back. And then when Q4 come in, I can make a big hit on Q4 and then send in even more inventory to Amazon. So that's the method to my madness. And then Q1 come around right after Q4, I'm into the sales to build back up as much as possible. And that's my blueprint and that's what I do. So anxieties, yeah, there are some anxieties. It's all depend because for some reason 2 years ago or 3 years ago, Walmart changed their system with the Black Friday. They started trying to do more of the online sales compared to the in-store sales. So I'm having, I had my plan set up where I'm having people in different Walmarts to go and buy the items that I want. And then when we get in Walmart telling you if you want that item, you got to buy it online. So that's like the anxieties that I would have is, developing a plan. And then when it's time to implement the plan, you can't implement it because the big box store you plan on, making your purchase from, they done changed the rules. So that's a little anxiety that I deal with in Q4 and relying on your own help because all your help ain't dependable. You give people a list with 5 items on it, and they may come back and say they're only able to find one. And you go behind them, and the other 4 items are right there in the store. So yeah, that's another thing that that I have when dealing with Q4, but excitement is there. I mean, it's just like I said before early in the show, it's our Super Bowl. That's the fourth quarter. It's time for you to go in for the score. And that's how I look at it as a game that I'm trying to win. And I'm trying to win big. I'm not trying to win by 7. I'm trying to win by 55, just a straight blowout. That's what I'm trying to get during Q4. So my energy is high. And people that been around me during those times, they know that my tolerance for my time is strict. I don't have a lot of time to deal with people issues or, you came to the show for the whole year and then you wait to Q4 to call me or send me an Instagram message to ask me 15 questions. I'm not going to answer your 15 questions at Q4. So not trying to be rude or nothing like that, but I'm focused on what I'm supposed to be doing. And then once I accomplish the mission, I'll come back, and try to get with you. It may be too late, but I'm telling you up front, and I've been saying this for years, is that if you got any questions for me, the best time to get those questions in is before Q4. Because once October 1st come, I'm not entertaining Instagram unless it's a quick message and I can just answer it and move it on the fly. If it's an in-depth question, you're probably not going to get an answer back. And I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is because I'm laser focused when Q4 come around. Chris been around me more Q4s than the middleman, so Chris know that phone is not accessible as much during Q4 because I'm either using it in the stores or I got it on mute because I'm either filming or I'm just focused on what I need to be doing when I'm out handling the resale business. So I know everybody ain't like that, but that's just the way I move when it come around Q4. Any other time, Q1, Q3, I'm available. Hit me up. But Q4, you might be a few days before I get back with you.
That's what I was saying. That your time during Q4 is just too valuable.
Yeah.
You either shipping, you either buying. It's just a lot going on. Then if it's part-time work too. Well, maybe you working your full-time job and coming in and you have 50 during orders. You know what I mean? That's every day and more.
Yeah.
Every day. It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah. I mean, and I take my hat off to people that are doing this for a living and this is their full-time way of taking care of themselves and their family. I take my hat off to them. But I'm not gonna call out no names, but it's just, one reseller fell out with me because he do this full time, so all his time is into reselling. I do this part time, but he felt like I wasn't responsive fast enough. But when he asked me a question during Q4, and I was like, hey, that's the way you feel. That's the way you feel. But I already said, Q4, I'm busy. So if I don't respond back, I will give you the courtesy to respond back, but it won't be right away. And I guess that wasn't a good answer for him. Yeah. But that's the way it be. So I kind of laid out, I kind of went a little above and beyond about talking about the excitements and anxiety and stuff like that. I kind of threw in what my plan was. So, do y'all have anything outside of what I mentioned in my plan that is different the way you conduct your business during Q4?
I don't. If my phone ring, I answer. It depends on who it is. That's for one. Other than that,
Right.
I just stay doing me, man. I don't let it get me all out of pocket. But I try to stay focused enough where I don't make no mistakes. Thinking I didn't had this, that, and the third, and then you can't find it when it's been sold and that type of that type of stuff, man. So
Yeah.
you got to stay up on that type of thing. But other than that, nah. Just try to stick to a script, some kind of script, and
Right.
oatmeal beat no meal. So if I can make a little something, I'm better than nothing. So I'm cool with it,
Right.
Yeah, I know. We tell the kids no grandbabies. We ain't keeping no grandbabies during that time. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna have to wait. Q4, we coming
Right.
in, we doing what we got to do, and we, it's on and popping. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then we communicate a lot during that time, and I understand that's why we do more texting during that time than we actually talking on the phone.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we all understand.
Right.
I've been doing about the same amount of time since 2018
Right.
doing this.
Yeah. You just all plans are made to be adjusted, but you got to have some sort of plan going into the biggest time of the year for a reseller. If you don't have a plan, then you just gonna be, willy-nilly just shooting from the hip. And I'm type of person, especially being, one that have a military background. I don't like shooting from the hip. I like to either know what I'm talking about or know where I can go find out, where the information is before I start speaking or trying to implement something. So that's the way I move during Q4. We're gonna get more into Q4 as these shows go, pretty much week to week. We may talk Q4 next week. I'm thinking we're gonna bring in Katie Reed next week. I'm not 100% on there. I got to get back with her, and then I gotta reach out to some other people. And I always put in the description, if you want to be on the show, just reach out to me on Instagram. Let me know you want to be on the show, and we'll definitely lock you in to come in and speak your truth about reselling or whatever platform you sell on. Definitely, it's no reselling platform that we don't allow on this channel. If it's anything got to do with selling or the hustle, you can come on here and talk about it as long as it's legal. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so if there's no other input or questions about, the beginning, how you attack the beginning of Q4, we're gonna get into another segment of the show, which is the reseller 411. This part of the show, we're gonna be talking about, most of the time what I try to do is find things that affect news that affect resellers. So in this particular topic, which, like I said, I was busy today and I didn't get to shoot it out to the panel. But this one is about 5 sisters that got indicted last month in June for $1 million mail fraud. And basically what they was doing, I kind of get to the gist of it. I'm gonna play the clip, but basically what they was doing was they was ordering stuff from stores. And you know how the store goes is, once you print out the shipping label to return the item, they'll go ahead and release your refund, your funds for your refund. Like Amazon and everybody, Amazon started it and everybody picked it up. Before you even ship the item back, they already started the refund to give you back your money. And what was happening was these ladies, these sisters, they wasn't returning the items. They was getting the money, and then what they would do is they'll take the item, and they were flying all over the United States to different stores and returning it, and they was getting the money for the hard good of returning it, and then they was getting the money for the online fake return. So they got busted by the FBI, and we'll get into the story. So we're gonna go ahead and go into that segment, and y'all can kind of get a gist of this story, and we'll talk about it here shortly. Let's see. Let me set this up.
Reseller 411, the unfiltered truth, telling it like it is. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't.
All right. So here's the story. Let me see if I can blow it up a second. Let's see. My bad, Chris.
Well, Mary, the sisters are facing decades in prison, each charged with 25 counts, including mail fraud and conspiracy to commit mail fraud. Each of those counts carries a maximum penalty of up to 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Our cameras captured some of the defendants leaving court today. Investigators say the sisters would make online purchases shipped to them through FedEx, then request a return. They would then pretend to return the items using self-service kiosks at the post office to scan the return label, which would then get the refund issued, but then not actually return the merchandise. Then they would go ahead and turn around and return the merchandise in person at a brick and mortar store, getting a second fraudulent return.
They would then take the physical items that had been delivered to their homes, and they would travel to different states across the country. We know they went to California, Colorado, Arizona, Florida, Michigan, all over the country to return those in person.
In a search warrant, sir, federal agents seized from the sisters about $500,000 in cash, about $500,000 worth of gold jewelry, 5 Teslas, and over $100,000 in merchandise from the victim retailer, which is not named in court documents, but we're told all of the items are activewear from the same retailer. Now, 4 of the 5 sisters appeared in federal court today, pleading not guilty to the charges. They were released home on the promise that they would return to future court dates, and they must surrender their passports. Reporting live in Seattle, Leanne Wynn.
All right.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They got down, didn't they?
Bro, they were balling.
I know it, man. When I saw this story, the first thing came to my mind was the customers that we deal with on Walmart. Amazon got a good system that kind of protect the reseller somewhat. But Walmart, I mean, I have ran into this. People would put in a return. They would print out the FedEx shipping label because your returns are sent back to you through FedEx, and they would never send the item. I had a guy that had the Forerunner for kids. I sold actually out of North Georgia. The guy got the Forerunner. 2 days later, he said that it was it was broken. So he put in a return to send it back, which those things I was selling them for $250. He put in the return to print out. He print out the FedEx shipping label. So once he print it out, it'll automatic hit the Walmart system that a tracking number being created. But the guy never shipped. I'm talking about 2 months later, Walmart still telling me, "Oh, he's shipping it back." I'm like, nah. I was like, I requested a call. Walmart customer service finally called me. I was like, you all telling me this guy taking 2 months to ship me back my item, and he's right in North Georgia. Look at the map. I'm in Fayetteville, Georgia. It don't take 2 months for him to ship that back to me. So I don't know what they did on, I don't know if they took it as a loss or whatever, but they did refund me the money. But that's the thing is, as a reseller, when these people do these type things, basically, put in a claim for a refund, if you don't do your due diligence to follow up on that to see, like, well, I never received the item, the platform is not going to do it. They're not going to say, well, Buffalo didn't receive his item back. It's 3 weeks now. Let's just go ahead and give him a refund because it's probably not coming back. They're not going to do that. You got to fight for those refunds, because you got a lot of customers out there. They want your item for free. They're going to get their money back and they're going to get your item. And I know one of the scams that deal with the mail is one middleman I talked about was that, the people they get the note, they get the dough tag to go to the post office, pick the item up. But in the midst of that, they calling customer service at Walmart telling them, hey, I never received the item and I want a refund. Walmart, because of the customer service, they customers always right or whatever, they give them a refund. Then once they get the refund, then they want to go to the post office with the dough tag and pick up the package. So basically, they're trying to get your item, like I said, for free, just like these ladies are doing, but they're doing it on a smaller scale, But if you listen to the way, these girls was working it, the sisters was working it in the way they laid it out, is they had to start from somewhere. They didn't just come up with that whole system to go and scam the store and then figure out, okay, well, if we can get the refund, then let's go and turn the hard goods in and we getting free money. They had to start somewhere. And I'm almost, starting to think that they learned that from probably dealing with Walmart or Amazon or any other these big box stores. And then they moved up because the value of the items that they had for them to be able to get that kind of money, it had to be from a high-end store like Macy's or Fifth Avenue, somewhere like that. Because you look at the amount of money, they say they found over $500,000 at the house. So middleman, what you think?
Amazon started cracking down on that within this year right here. You know what I mean? Because that was an issue with them at one point.
Right.
Now they implement that. Now you can go back and put in that tracking information, and if it shows that the item has been picked up, no matter, I think they give you 90 days after or something like that. I forgot exactly what it is, but they send an email out to everybody saying now you can go back, and if it shows that they had picked that item up, they'll refund you now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And because that has been a problem for years now. These ladies, that's greed. To have $500,000 in person in your hand, and still continue to do that, and you have $100,000 worth of items at your house,
right,
bro? How greedy you can? Well, how greedy you need to be? You know what I mean?
Man, they got good.
they actually touch almost $1 million worth of money. Man, they crazy.
Yeah.
But
that's how, being working in federal government and dealing with people that carry the guns and the badges, those folks, that's how they operate, man. They give you enough rope to hang yourself.
Yeah.
So
That's their job.
Yeah, that's what they do. They sit back, they get the hit on you, and then they'll let you, do your thing for a year or two, and then they come and shut you down.
My thing is, what sports? They say sports. One of the sports attire that they was stealing. I wonder was that Nike and all of those. You know what I mean? Because Nike kind of got a refund type like that too now. You know that they refund you before you ship the stuff back.
Right.
So I wonder was they because they apparently they were traveling in the major states, major cities.
Yeah, you can
Florida.
you can take that title and put it in Google, and it'll give you the disposition of that case. It actually give you their names, how old they are. Like in the news was saying that they don't have the names of the 5 sisters, but if you go to the I think it's the FBI web page, and you put in that title, then it will come up about everything about that case.
Yeah.
What their name are, where they from, all that stuff.
It's funny that the thought process that they had to have and the plan that they had to come up with in order to do that. What if they did that plan to some legal? You know what I mean? Because come on, that's just
y'all got to understand, man. When you are a legal hustler, when everybody that's legal right here gonna say, man, they should have put that towards, which is understandable. But when you can get that tax free, free of charge, every day, 24/7, 7 days a week, it get more and more addictive, like the drug. You know what I mean? So with them, like y'all said, they had all this stuff. You got $100,000 worth of material, of illegal stuff at your crib. You got $500,000 in cash at your crib.
And 5 Teslas.
You were and is a dumb hustler. Why I say you a dumb hustler? You didn't already score. Now let's take this money and flip it. Now, ain't saying we can't still be doing something on the side. Not saying that. But let's take this 90% of this money and let's make it work for us. Because eventually, what's going to happen is what just happened. Now they come take it all.
Yeah,
because they know
they take everything that you done stole, and they take your time.
And that
everything.
20 years.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
God,
come on.
Dang, man.
So y'all could have been stopped, but greedy is what greedy does. Greedy Gretchens. That's what I call them. Greedy Gretchens.
they were able to buy 5 Teslas. So 5 sisters,
man.
5 Teslas.
Hey, if you done stole $1 million, man, I mean, shoot, you can buy 100 Teslas. You know what I mean? So I mean, it just, I guess it was 5 sisters. Each 5 had a Tesla. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Each one of them had $100,000 in the house.
Yeah,
but the funny thing is, all about it is right here. Everything gone.
Yeah.
Everything. Even stuff that you didn't buy with the money is in jeopardy to be gone.
Yeah.
Stuff you probably already had. You might have already owned that house. Oh, it's tied in too. That's gone. Yeah. You might have owned them cars that's in the garage already. Oh, that Tesla and them other cars are gone. So everything ties into it when you get on a federality case. You know what I mean? Right. So it's just sad, that it's sad that they didn't see.
They let them go home. I thought they'll keep them in while the process is going in a federal case, don't they?
No, you can be out. I mean,
that type of money.
They
don't think they're a flight risk.
Put in there was a flight risk, so they told them they got to turn in their passports.
Yeah.
Each one of the girls had a scarf on their head, so I don't know if that mean that they was Muslim faith or whatever, but you know,
they going through
if they was
Mexico.
a flight risk, or they, you know, and you know, don't misconstrue this. For me, I used to work at the American Embassy in Paris, and what I understood being at that embassy is that most foreigners have passports. You know, like if you go in a barbershop on a given Sunday and you just ask, hey, it's 15 guys in there. He's like, hey, anybody got a passport? You may have one or two people raise their hands, but overseas is different. So when a lot of people come here, especially from coming from Europe and you know Middle East and places like that, most of those people, you know, they have passports. I mean, you got to have it to get into the country anyway. A visa stamped on your passport to get into the country. So when they first said that, you know, they had to turn their passports because they may be a flight risk, first thing came in my mind that, oh, okay, so they is 9 times out of 10 they probably not Americans.
Yeah.
You know, because most Americans, you know, not all, but most Americans, that I, even in my family, I could go down my family, I might have 3 people in my family that I know of got a passport. You know, and you know, that's what kind of led me to believe. And then when I saw the photos of them having the scarves covering their hair, then I was like, oh, okay. So, and you go look at the names too. The names will kind of tip it off as well. The last name, the first names, you know. So, but yeah, they did put that out there that they got to turn those passports in, because I know that when I was working partly with immigrations down in Miami, if those folks commit a crime, they family getting them up out of here. You know, they're not going to stick around. They're going to be gone. So if they don't, you know, if the justice don't get those passports, a lot of times, and where I can break this down is a lot of times the Justice Department do not communicate with Immigrations Department. Those are 2 separate departments. Immigration is under Homeland Security, and FBI is under the Justice Department. So sometimes the 2 departments don't communicate. So if they don't have something in place to get those passports, I don't see what could hold them from flying up out of here, really. And we have had that happen, you know, especially down in Miami. People do some crazy crimes, and the next thing you know, they got that passport at the international airport and they gone, you know, never to come back. So I don't know, you know, but at least they know that this kind of stuff happens. And hopefully, like Middleman said, the Amazon is doing a great job at trying to shut this stuff down. And I'm hoping all the other platforms follow suit, because Amazon was the first one to come out with that policy of, you know, soon as you start the return, you can get your money back.
Yep.
You know, most people used to be, you had to wait until that item returned, then you get a refund. You know.
Funny thing about Amazon, when you're dealing with their product, they don't refund you. They don't refund you on their product before they receive it. But if it's a third party reseller, they'll refund them their money before the third party reseller gets it.
Right.
Because that happens to me when they sent me something that I didn't order. You know, they told me they're gonna refund me once it get to them, and it takes 3 to 5 days for me to get my refund. I'm like, I thought y'all policy was when I scan it at FedEx or UPS, you automatically start the refund process. She's
Right.
like, no. The lady told me no.
Yeah, Cheryl, I used to be a poster inspector for USPS. So yeah, definitely love that job. I mean, I did a lot of investigations when I went over to Korea, because you have the USPS Army postal system over there. So there was a lot of scamming going on back then with money orders. So where we at? We had an hour and 11 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and do this next giveaway. I thought I was gonna be able to do a action figure. Don't look at the wall back there because I ain't talking about none of that stuff. But I thought I had an action figure I wanted to give away with this lunchbox. But we just gonna do the lunchbox. So Tanya Collier won this one. It's new with tags. And I have a separate one. And this is the last giveaway. And this is the mermaid. I can see that. All right. This is for a lunch. If you got a little girl, this would probably be nice for her. Oh boy. I mean, I don't know. But yeah. So if you're interested in that, just go ahead and drop them in the chat from 1 to 25. 1 to 25.
You just say, oh boy.
Hey man, I don't know, man. I want to be politically correct. I don't want to offend nobody.
You say whatever they identify as.
Yeah, whatever they identify, exactly.
Unisex, man. It's unisex.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unisex.
We got 3 granddaughters, so she need 2 more.
Hey, well, go ahead, man. Like I said, ain't no limit. If you can win both of them, take them home.
You have to go. You have to buy 2 more if you don't win that.
Okay. Okay, Cheryl. All right. Thank you for your service and working with the USPS. I know that's a hard job. All right. So drop your number in from 1 to 25 if you're interested. 1 to 25. We're going to cut it off and get ready to close out the show.
Did it say was those ladies living together? Were they families living together?
Yeah, they were sisters living all together.
Oh,
and that's another thing that tipped me off too, because a lot of the Middle Eastern families, they stay together. Like until the female get married or whatever.
Yeah.
They stay together. Yeah. So I don't know, man.
That's a lot of money for them to live in the house together.
Not only that, man. I mean, it breaking the family.
Yeah.
You talking about 5 females going to jail. By the time they get out, they're gonna be old women.
It don't sound like they're getting out.
Huh?
It don't sound like they're getting out. That's 20 years per account.
That's what I'm saying. That's
they
what
ain't
I'm
never
saying.
getting out.
That's what I'm saying. So
it's gonna be a plea deal, bro. They're not going to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not going to. They're not taking them to trial. They're not going to do none of that. They're gonna take a plea deal.
Normally, if they can reveal their whole scheme.
Yeah, they're gonna have to tell it all, give it all back, do everything you're supposed to do. You're on a number system when you're talking with the feds. It's a number system. They never been in no trouble, so they're in a good place with themselves. So long as they're in a good place with themselves, they're not gonna do that much time. That 20 years is the scare tactic for them right now. Give up everything, give everything back.
Yeah.
They're gonna go to jail. They're gonna go to jail. Don't get that twisted.
I mean, and 2 they out in Washington State, so Washington is a little different.
Yeah, true.
So they may
they're gonna kick them out the country too.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close this one out. I only got a few people in for this one. So all right. And here's the number.
21.
Prime time, baby.
Look, it's your wife.
Oh, okay. All right.
Go ahead.
All right, Miss Buffalo. Congratulations. with your posh sales.
21. Congratulations.
New with tags. Congratulations. Should be. I don't know. I don't forget how much it comp for. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone.
She's gonna sell it.
Let's see. Let me see if it come up.
Congrats, Bridget. Are you going to sell it, or you get y'all? What's the youngest granddaughter y'all have? They ain't that young, huh?
Nah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, yeah, got a couple.
Man, I wondered how big their family was. So if they have kids, that's got to be crazy, bro. That's just got to be crazy.
I wish I just had me a little taste of that cut you dig on the back end. You feel me? Yeah, because I'd have looked at all of them and told you, fools, you're supposed to have been done. Y'all supposed to have been done.
Yeah. Well,
man, I don't
done.
wish
But
that
you know, the
for
thing
myself,
is,
but man,
they probably been watching them, like I said, for a couple of years, man. So even if they would have been done, they still gonna come get them.
no, they was gonna come get them. But I'm saying, when you score like they scored, you know that's a nice lick, man. And when you score like that, bro, and you scoring, the Alphabet Boys watching. They already got you on the radar. They just allowing you to keep pushing the envelope so they can because they can really get you state to state. You feel me? That's why they took it the way they didn't took it. That's state to state y'all done did, man. So yeah.
That's more charges too, right? Going to state to state doing that.
Yeah. They flying all to California,
coming out
everywhere. Come on, man. Each state different, right, T?
Yeah, like Glam said, they got greedy. They gambled and got greedy.
Speaking on that, each state is different. So can each state can bring up charges on them, right?
Well, it's a federal
state. I mean, they already got Fed charges.
Yeah, so that's the number one charge.
Yeah, that's the number one charge. So, I mean, the state could bring charges up on them because, I mean, I have seen where mostly what I have seen is you serve your state time and then you get out and the feds be right there to get you to take you to the Fed time. So I don't know how they're gonna work for them.
So you telling me I didn't heard people in the feds serve their Fed time. As soon as they get out, here come the state picking them up.
Or go back to county. Yeah,
and go back to the feds. One of the two that you got a case pending. You know, man. They
Glamis, thank you for coming out. We're gonna close it out here shortly.
And they took a heck of a
just want to go over this giveaway. So as you all noticed, like the last 3 weeks we do the giveaway, I've pretty much been putting this number up. We started out with the wheel. The wheel was kind of so-so. So we had to get rid of that. We went back to the number system. So moving forward, matter of fact, let me just go ahead and put this out right now. So if people come back and watch the show, they'll be aware. And this is in reference to the giveaway. Let's see.
Hey Jeff, I think Buff did. He said he submitted it. He's just waiting for them to reach back out to him.
What happened?
Your watch hours.
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting to hear back. I don't know if I may have jumped the gun by saying that, they was gonna let me back in with the 3,000 hours. I don't know. But I'll find out as soon as they hit me back. So all right, so these are the two games. So in order to win the giveaway Sunday, these are the two games. So the first game is going to be, well, both of them on Thursday night. So you got to have your scores in by Wednesday of this week. So it's the Detroit Lions versus the Giants and the Panthers versus the Patriots. Those are the two games. So basically, like I said, if you want to win the giveaway next week, you got to put those scores inside of the comment, not in the chat box. But once this ends, go to the comment and put in your predicted score, the total score. So if the score, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and make sure you tell the teams that you know what I'm saying, the teams that you're combining, right?
So you can. So put in the teams, the Lions versus the Giants, and then put your total score.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then you put in the Patriots versus the Panthers, put in your total score. So each score is gonna open you up for that particular item. So if let's say, for instance, I'm giving away a G.I. Joe for the Giants game, that score is going to cover the G.I. Joe. If I'm giving away a Barbie for the Patriots game, that score is going to cover. It's going to get you into the Barbie entry. All right. So trying to keep it simple, but your score has to be in by Wednesday. If you put it in on Thursday, you're not going to qualify to be a winner.
What about
right?
the team? Do you gotta put the winning team?
No, just the total score.
Okay.
We don't care who wins. We just want the total score. Right? So if it's 14-7, the total score is 21. Right? Don't matter who wins. We don't care who wins. Basically, if it's a two-way tie, when we get here on Sunday, we're going to break the tie between those two people. But those two people are going to already be identified. But, that's just cut and dry how the rules are. You got to have your scores in by Wednesday, the night before the game. You can't put them in on Thursday. You can't put it in Thursday night. You got to be put in on Wednesday for this Thursday night game. Now, all the games are not going to be Thursday night. Going to be some Saturday night, Friday night. There's going to be some Sunday nights. Going to be some Monday nights. Whichever one we choose, you got to have the scores in the day before. All right. So that's the way we're gonna roll, and I'm gonna try to give y'all some good. We're gonna try to step it up and give y'all some better items for y'all participation in these games. All right. So go ahead, middleman. You want to close it out? We're gonna work our way and get this show in the books.
Yep. Well, thanks for everybody who came out. Y'all have a good week. You want to know what we're doing for the week? With this week right here, I'm gonna do as many Amazon shipments as possible. Maybe 2. That might be the most I can do this week. But other than that, I'm just gonna try to take it a little easier this week. So everybody have a good week. We'll see y'all next Sunday. That's all I have for tonight.
All right, Glass.
Hey man, hey, I'm doing D, but I'm not shipping nowhere. I'm just everything I'm labeling where everything gonna be, so I just can go right in there and get it and everything. So I've been working on that right there. Wifey been helping me. She been on the computer. The stuff that we already got on there, she just revitalizing it, put it like that. So other than that, man, I'm staying sucker free, that's for sure. I'm gonna keep doing me. We gonna keep eating. Oatmeal beat no meal. Don't be afraid to get some money in your life. Do not be afraid. If you can believe in yourself, you can believe in the person next door, believe in yourself. Because if they can do it, you can too. But my love is go to the world. The world need love. So God bless us all, man. And everybody have a blessed rest of the week. Steeler Nation, Buckeye Nation.
All right. So I want to first off thank the chat for coming out, supporting the channel on Sunday night. I know you all got a lot going on, and this is kind of like your settle down before you go back to your work week. And I appreciate you all hanging out with us. That's why we're going to try to keep this show right at about an hour and a half, so that we don't keep you hanging around here when you got to go to work the next day. One other thing I want to put out, I mentioned it earlier about how I reach out to certain people about different finds that I have on online arbitrage or retail arbitrage, mostly on online arbitrage. I try to put it out to people that I know gonna make purchases. So if you're interested in being on my BOLO list, hit me up on Instagram, and that way I know that you're interested, and I'll just send it out to you. Only thing I ask is that just keep it in the group. Don't take a bolo that I give you and then blast it out on social media, and then now we got 1,000 people or 2,000 people trying to sell the same item. That's the only thing I ask. So, but if you're interested in being on the list, I definitely will consider sending you that bolo when I find them, so you can use that to kind of increase your income during Q4. With that being said, I appreciate you all. Thank you for the support. Buffalo Picker, defend the hustle. See you all next week.
Stupid is.
Good night, everyone.
Peace.